Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. So glad you can make it. I hope you are all doing well. Cancer, we're going to take a look at what messages need to come through for you. This reading is going to be for all Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Thank you. So let's get into this, Cancer. Okay. Don't forget that there are planets in retrograde. Be mindful. Okay, Spirit. What are Cancer's focus? Ooh, Cancer, what the hell is this? You have turmoil, baby. That's a 44 breaking down to an 8. So there's a need for you to have some strength, baby. There's a need for you to have some strength because you're dealing with turmoil or that is really heavy. I feel like you are struggling or you are working hard to have balance, to keep things worked out, to keep things positive. I feel like you're doing everything you can in the midst of turmoil. Okay, some of you may be experiencing your own little tower moments, but underneath you do have love. 51 breaking down to a 6. So there may be a focus on relationships or making very important decisions, or there could be a focus on contracts, Cancer, with love here. I feel that there's a need to come from a space of love, or you're looking to be shown love, or there's a need for you to show love, but love is important here. Yeah, I feel like for those of you where there's a head over heart decision, that there's a need for you to think more from your heart space instead of looking at things in a more logical mindset. Okay, to come from your heart about the decisions that you're making, to come from the heart about your connections, your relationships, your partnerships, your friendships, your agreements. Okay, with turmoil here, this makes me think about strength. So there may be a need for you to exert a quiet strength to come up with a gentle but assertive approach. There may be a need for you to have some sort of self-control or self-restraint in a situation that you're dealing with. Because 8s talk about you could be experiencing some dissatisfaction with your efforts, or just dissatisfaction with the turmoil or upheaval or limitations or restrictions that you're experiencing. There may be turmoil with a response that you either are receiving or a response you are showing in the situation. But there's a focus on the activity of things, where there may be a need for you to change your perspective, alter the way you think and do things, or perhaps you may be focusing on how to alter the way someone else is thinking and doing things, and trying to perhaps change their perspective. Maybe you may be focusing on trying to dissolve or resolve problems that you find yourself dealing with or in. This is you needing to have an awareness, or you gaining awareness in the situation, or there's a focus on learning what you need, or you are needing to learn on how to work things. There may be a need to be more prudent and practical, pay attention to details, but there may be a focus on something that you are trying to achieve, or there may be a need for clarity. There could be you experiencing some sort of denial, or you may be in denial or being denied, or you may be denying someone, or this could be happening to you. You may be focusing on how to modify, or there's a need to focus on the modification of things while there is some difficulties that are existing or coming up, or that you are trying to work through. Wow, Cancer. Okay, so let's see what messages are coming through for you, Cancer. What's in the recent past for Cancer? Where's Cancer at in the present? What's in the future for Cancer? What's Cancer's energy and attitude? What is Cancer's concern? What is Cancer's challenge? And what is Cancer's likely outcome here? And from the bottom, what's the overall energy surrounding Cancer, please? Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Cancer, I'm being directed to your card. You may be experiencing turmoil around your security, instability around, your finances or money or what you're creating. You may be having issues around what you are creating. If you take a look here, this in this image is sitting here, like in the deep of the waters of the sea, in the depths of something, where there's just a lot of water, a lot of emotions, a lot of shadowiness here. I feel like you may be experiencing emotional turmoil, Cancer. You are perhaps very angry and upset about something that I'm hearing this don't make fucking sense to you. It's illogical. It's illogical. And it's bothering you. There's something that is shaking the balance of, what you've been doing, what you've been managing here. And you're like, you're in a tizzy. You're pissed. You're angry. You're upset. You're looking at what's going on, and you are in a state of turmoil about it. There's this big fish going by here. Okay? So, for some of you, something may be happening that's unbeknownst to you, or this is just, a focus on your stability. We do have a 4 here, and 4s talk about stability. You may be stuck on trying to stick with a certain approach or stick with a way of things. There also may be something you're working hard on that you're experiencing issues with. You may be focused on the foundation that you have been laying. You may be in a space where things are where it's all work and no play. You may feel like you're being watched, or you're trying to avoid someone maybe. But you are not fucking happy. And this may be you needing to show more love, or you may feel like you're not being shown love in a situation. So let's get into this for you, Cancer. Woo! Let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Whew. Cancer. Interesting. Every reader says that, right? But the truth is, it is. It is fucking interesting to see what comes out. And the messages that come through. Yes, it is. It's still real. There's the strength card. Remember, I said I was picking up on that strength. There it is. For some of you, there's a focus on a Leo. So, all right, Leo. All right, Cancer, let's get into this. Okay. The overall energy here is strength, and you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you are trying to be strong about something that you want to have success in creating and managing. You're trying to be strong about something that you are not managing well. There's like poor management or something, or just you're not capable of managing it. It's also possible that there's a focus on a individual that's embodying this King of Pentacles energy that is in reverse. You could be dealing with someone who is determined and is impractical. This King of Pentacles may be someone who is inflexible, someone who could be being rigid, and you may be trying to be strong and come up with, from your end, you may be trying to have a quiet strength in the situation with someone that you feel may be being impractical, or just stubborn or stuck in their ways. Or this may be you trying to balance something where, or you're trying to have strength and do everything you can with something that you are stuck in your ways about that might need to change. But with this King of Pentacles in reverse, this is like not being able to have success with creating what you want, not having that Midas touch. There may be you may be trying to have some self-control or self-restraint with risk-taking. I'm also picking up for some of you, small group of you, where you may be being strong, or trying to be strong and trying to bring quiet to some turmoil around either health or within a relationship or a connection where there's some instability. You're trying to be strong when there's some instability, where there's a loss of money. This could be someone that you are involved with romantically that doesn't handle the loss of money well or instability well, and you may be trying to be strong, or this could be you. But with, like I said, Spirit brought me to this image. This might be you not handling instability well at all, right, Cancer? That you just in your fucking feelings right here. Now, strength is upright, so you are trying to be positive, okay? You are trying to manage things. You are trying to do everything you can, but it's like you may be getting some issue with what you're doing, where it's not working out, or you're trying to have the strength to turn this around and find the ways to manage it. What I say to you is there may be a need for you to change how you're thinking or what you're doing, or be mindful of who you could be dealing with that may or may not be evaluating this right, whether it's you or who you're dealing with, or there may be issues of effort, or you're experiencing restrictions, or there's a need for you to be balanced in how you respond. But there's a need for you to be strong about any dissatisfaction that you're experiencing. And the question is, what is the effort you're putting into this? And are you adding to the limitations and restrictions you're experiencing? And, what will be your response here? Okay? This may be you needing to be more calculating, or Maybe you might be off about how you're calculating something, or there may be an issue about your knowledge around something. There may be a need for you may be trying to be strong when in the midst of something being mismanaged. There, okay? So your energy and attitude here is you do have this King of Wands and the Wheel. Now the King of Wands is in reverse. Now so far we got 2 kings in the reverse. Okay, so this could be you dealing with someone older, or the individual you're dealing with, or yourself, have the ability to be mature and grounded and practical. And has the ability to achieve. But with the King of Wands in reverse and this Wheel of Fortune upright being you, I feel like you may be trying to manipulate change, or because the King of Wands in his upright is very assertive, knows how to enlist others for their cause. The King of Wands is masterful at their actions. They're very assertive. The King of Wands is very engaging, knows how to negotiate, is a master planner, knows how to start things up and reach their goals. But this King of Wands is in reverse and looking at this wheel. So I feel like with you being in the reverse, you may be very upset and angry, or you are just very determined to what it is that you want to achieve, or you are having a problem with being able to achieve what you want and see the change and shift you want to see happen here. And so you're trying to be strong, but you are struggling with being able to successfully manage and create what you want here. Or you're dealing with someone where your ability to have that charisma, to be magnetic, to draw them in, you're having trouble being able to have that kind of influence and create the shift or change that you want. I also feel like you're not able to achieve the opportunities that you want. You're not able to achieve the opportunities that you want here. And so in the recent past, you do have the Two of Wands and you do have the Page of Wands. This is in the recent past. So in the recent past, you may have been at a crossroads, surveying, what direction you want to take, with the focus on, how you can dominate, or to be able to dominate something, or how you will go about a plan, or what the plan needs to look like, right? You may have made a decision and acted upon it. But what's interesting here is, if you take a look at this Two of Wands, he's holding a wand that's bolted. So you may have made a decision or acted upon something that you could not, the plan couldn't work because you could not move with that. You couldn't see movement with that. You couldn't dominate with that choice because it was stuck. Okay? It's stuck. And so I feel like in a recent past, Cancer, there's this focus on trying to dominate or come up with a plan, but you're stuck in how to take it in a new direction, or you're planning to take something in a new direction. You may have been planning on something, on the ability to dominate in a matter, and there's this news that comes in, or perhaps you plan around some news in the recent past, and perhaps you were a little too hasty in doing so. Because again, this wand that he's holding is bolted. So I don't feel that you were able to dominate with a plan, or be able to move forward with a plan, or get the response you wanted with the plan, or to be able to respond or act on a plan the way you would like. Now, in the present, you do have death and the Six of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So with death, for some of you, there could have been a Scorpio that was the focus, or that is a focus. A Scorpio could be involved. With death here, there's some sort of change that happens, or there's some sort of transition, or something comes to an end. I feel like something comes to an end because as a result of this change or something ending, there's an imbalance where you're not receiving what you want, or someone's not receiving what they want from you as a result of this end or this change. Now, this could be an end or a change with money, with work, or with whatever is of value for you. If this is around love, perhaps there's a change that is keeping you from what you want in this connection, and a connection where you want a commitment, or there is a focus on trying to be in harmony, or where choices are involved, or contracts perhaps, and not receiving what you want here, or someone's not receiving this from you. But there's something that comes to an end that creates an imbalance, or causes something to end up being one-sided here. Okay. For others of you, there's a transition that's being made at the present. You're transitioning, or you're transforming a situation, and it's because you are focusing on you. You're no longer focusing on a give and take. You're making sure that you give to you, or you're trying to transform a situation where you see that the situation is one-sided, and there is a imbalance here, and you're trying to see how to change it. But this change is creating imbalance. If you're trying to change something, it's creating imbalance. If something has come to an end, it is creating imbalance. Okay? You're not receiving what you want, or someone's not receiving what they want here. Or you're having a one-sided view with something that you're looking to change or bring to an end. I also feel like you no longer want to give to something either, Cancer. You no longer want to give to something, and you want to change that. In the future, you do have the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's a focus on family, or your fulfillment, okay, or the fulfillment within a connection. But in the future, there is unfulfillment with what you want to release. Or there's some sort of unfulfillment with what's being released. There's like unfulfillment with how you're coming out of something, or how someone is coming out of something. Or there's unfulfillment with the way someone is able to release themselves, or to see their way out of something. But there's some sort of unfulfillment with the way something is being navigated. There's unfulfillment with the lack of, it's like there's unfulfillment with the lack of restriction, or the lack of limitation. Or there's unfulfillment with something no longer confined. Spirit, tell me more about this Ten of Cups reverse and the Eight of Swords reverse, because the Ten of Cups talks about unfulfillment. It talks about family. There may be an issue with family. Now, this could be around somebody being released from jail. Or there's unfulfillment with the lack of restriction, the lack of boundaries. Spirit, clarify this Ten of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Swords reverse. Or there's something in the future that you are unfulfilled by, or there's an issue with family that you are able to come out of a trap mindset with, or you find a way to release it. What is this Ten of Cups reverse and Eight of Swords reverse, please? It's like whatever you have unfulfillment with, you let it go. You do have the Ten of Swords. So this is around something that was difficult, perhaps even painful. The thing is, I feel that this is more around a problem with communication. You see this like this slit in the side of her mouth. I do feel like there's something that was difficult. You may have felt stabbed in the back, or there was just some complications around something. But I don't feel that it's really all that painful for you, as much as it was something that is causing you some unfulfillment, or there's some sort of issue with a family member that you want to perhaps let go of, because she's walking with those swords in her back. She's looking back, right, with this Ten of Swords. So you may be trying to figure out how to bring something to an end, but you haven't quite found the words or the strategy. With this Three of Pentacles, there's something that this has to do for some of you with work or with money, or what you're working on, what you want to build, or there are some external factors here, or there's a three-party situation here. If you take a look with these three puppies, there's one animal, right? One body, and there's three heads. Two have a coin in their mouth, and one has their foot on a coin. So I feel like something you're working on isn't quite working out or coming together, because there are other influences or others involved in what you're working on or trying to build or create. And I feel like whatever you had as a plan, or with who you're working with, somebody is slowing shit up or causing things to be delayed or not be able to move forward or be able to build upon. And so you may want to bring an end to that. Perhaps you no longer want to work on something, or someone no longer wants to work in a three-party dynamic, or just wants to work together at all to build towards something. You may feel you're on a cliff and that this just isn't going to work for you. You're unfulfilled by it and you want to release it. And so this Ten of Swords, you might be trying to think about how to bring this to an end. But whatever this was, I feel like you already been trying to work on it, but your words, your communication, or your plan cut your ass back. Yes, Cancer. Now, your concern, Cancer, is you do have Justice in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. Two major kanas here. So, some of you, there may be involvement with a Libra or an Aries individual. But see, you're concerned that you won't get something in your favor and there's something to be out of control. You're concerned that the right thing won't happen and that you won't have the authority over it. You're concerned that someone or something is out of balance and out of control. or you're concerned that something is becoming out of balance and out of control, or you're concerned about not being able to balance or manage this. With Justice here, for some of you, you may be concerned about a legal matter, and not being able to manage this, or someone is in authority, or you won't be able to be an authority in this. You may be concerned about someone being unreasonable, or you may be concerned that you won't be able to balance what you have built. You may be concerned that you won't be able to adjust what is out of order, or that things are just becoming out of balance and out of order. You're concerned about that, or that you're going to lose balance and lose control. For some of you, this could be a focus on not being able to make something legal and not be able to have authority over it. Not being able to make something legal that you were working on a building. Let's look at that a little more closely, shall we? Because that's a little crazy. Yeah, because you're concerned about things being out of control and out of balance. Something not going in your favor. It's no longer in your authority or your power. Making the wrong decision because you're unreasonable. These are all the concerns. Spirit, clarify Justice and the Emperor reverse. Clarify Justice and the Emperor reverse. Not for nothing. You got the Seven of Wands here. Not for nothing. I'm also picking up from that Ten of Cups reverse, that Eight of Swords reverse, and that Ten of Swords is that this is either you or someone else concerning you, Cancer, where there's unfulfillment with someone or a matter because someone was able to break free or remove the constraints or the limitations. And this was someone that you may have been trying to backstab, or that was trying to backstab you. This is concerning a family member where this is being observed. Just saying. Now on that Justice reverse and the Emperor reverse, you do have the Seven of Wands. So this here is experiencing challenges. Okay, the concern of being able to stand your ground, to defend, the challenge of being resisted, the challenge of resisting something. Perhaps you're trying to, this concern with being able to have a change in a decision, or you're concerned about being fought on something. We do have the Star, so there can be a focus on an Aquarius. Or this here is you struggling about trying to make sure you have everything you need, or wanting wish fulfillment, or trying to be hopeful here. Or you may be being challenged by someone that is an Aquarius. Or you may be being resisted or struggling or fighting for something, and someone else is fighting for what they're hoping and wanting to. Your challenge here is this Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. So there's a challenge with having comfort and stability, being able to take care of everything. And with the Moon here, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of emotions, a lot of fears, a lot of doubts. the challenge of being able to follow your intuition, the challenge of experiencing, intense emotions around this, where your ability to function is hindered or influenced negatively. There may be the challenge of stability, security, the challenge of a relationship that you want to solidify, that you have intense emotions around because now there's a lot of fear and uncertainty. There's unknown or something you may feel something is hidden here. Or there's just simply intense emotions about the challenges of stability and being able to navigate this. The challenge of what will come up next that you don't see, that will affect your stability, your security, your money, your work, your comfort, what you're creating. Your likely outcome is the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So this is you experiencing burden, but carrying those burdens, focusing on how you can take the lead or how you can initiate. Or you're burdened with what you can initiate, or burdened with how you can take the lead, or how you can have a new start, because with all the responsibilities that you're carrying, perhaps that you are wanting to continue to carry or try to release yourself of, you're trying to figure out what new action you can take. There's burden here. We're getting a new start. Or there's burden because some new action is taking place. Or there's burden with being able to be motivated or receive something. Or there's burden with what you desire. Because you're experiencing turmoil, and it can be to do with a connection or it has to do with a choice. Stay strong, Cancer. Let's take a look at what some guidance is for you so we can wrap this up. What is the guidance for Cancer? But there's something you want to do to bring it into the burden that you're experiencing, or you're trying to see what you can do so that you can continue to carry your responsibilities. You definitely want to bring closure to it. So you want to be careful about, the point in which the situation you find yourself dealing with becoming stale, overwhelming, and unhealthy. And there's the question of if you're repeating a cycle. You do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, you may be just stuck in your ways with this King of Wands in reverse, where you are trying to heavily influence something or be very powerful in a not so great way. All with the focus on wanting to change something. You may be lacking tact in the situation. Spirit, what is the guidance for Cancer, please? Thank you. You have examined your personal interactions. Wow. There might be a need for you to think about how you acting, or consider how others are acting towards you. Determine whether you're someone who's always giving to others, but who feels unnoticed or unappreciated. If this applies to you, it may be because you have a private agenda to seek love that's built into your motivation to be of service. Your goal here is to examine whether your interactions with others leave you empowered or disempowered. Think about that. See what might need to change. It could be you. you are in reverse. I hope these messages help. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye.